I think you're a thief because you've stolen my heart.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever entry in the NPCpedia. We have our heroes and our villains going steady here on the channel, but this will be a place for our more neutral characters to get some love. And I again have to shout out the boy Tyler Hurley here for the great idea. We gather here today to try to understand the fascination, adoration, hatred, and borderline obsession surrounding one socially inept Bosmer NPC from the Elder Scrolls III Morrowind. The subject of this video is, of course, Fargoth. Now, this character is so heavily memed on that this area of the screen for the duration of the video will serve as a revolving door of Fargoth memes and stupid images for you to enjoy. So my friends, sit back, relax, and remember to like this video if you like it, and subscribe for more that are just like this. So, my first question is why? Why has Fargoth, a brief and awkward presence in a massive game of epic storylines, become such a fan favorite? Well, to me, the answer is pretty simple. He's the first character you encounter once you're set free in the world. And I mean, you step out of the census building and he's standing there staring your sweet ass down.
I have a feeling that you and I are about to become very close.
So, okay, he's the first character you can really interact with, but so what? Hadvar from Skyrim hasn't become an eternal meme passed down through generations, at least not yet. Well, Fargoth is quite a bit goofier. Now, there isn't, of course, full voice acting here in Morrowind, but the lines that are there for Fargoth, and other Bosmer males, of course, is nothing short of, well, memorable.
This is going to be fun. I am honored to meet you. How free you are to venture in the nude.
And of course, just look at the guy. But let's get to his function here in Morrowind. So after building your character and heading through the courtyard here, you're given a tutorial tooltip on how to interact with objects. And lo and behold, there's a barrel right here for you to test out your newfound knowledge. The game literally leads you to find this nice little healing ring right away. And in fact, it's required kind of to complete this mini tutorial section within the office. And then right when you finally head out of the office is when the fabled interaction occurs if you speak with the beautiful bastard. Basically, he's lost his prized family ring of healing and wants it back desperately. He has no idea that you have it, so it leaves it completely up to the player to either return it or keep it for yourself. Now, all memes aside, this is a nice thing to have in the first real interaction in the world. Morrowind is a game about freedom, exploration, and just kind of seeing what happens. So it's nice to have this sort of choice thrust upon you early on. It's a very good crash course. So if you're feeling sympathetic to this blabbering dingus, you can just give him the ring back right away. And Fargoth will speak with Ariel at the trade house to give you a sweet deal on prices. Definitely worth it. Or if you're kind of a turd and can't be swayed by his sweet as candy gaze, you can just be like, I don't know what you're talking about, my friend, and just leave. Or thirdly, you can just totally ignore him and walk right out of town to do your own thing with the ring. So speaking of town, this little town, Seyda Neen, has a social hierarchy that poor Fargoth finds himself rather low down in. The town is known as the Gateway to Vardenfell, and the small village is under the control of House Hlalu, which means the Imperials aren't that far behind. And here, the Imperial Legion literally run the seaport. The guards in this little dump of a village are tormenting poor Fargoth seemingly on a regular basis. When he's asking about his ring, he states,
I swear, one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth
ritual. So it's obvious that this dude is sort of like the local punching bag. And a lot of it seems racially charged if you ask me, as the whole of Seyda Neen feels like a pit of anti-Mer racism. Also, as a nice side note, you can check the tax record and see that Fargoth owes 111 drakes to the census office. So if that's legit or slander, who really knows? I smell BS though. So okay, let's say you give him this ring back straight away. You will inevitably be drawn to the trade house to see about that sweet deal Fargoth got for you. Inside of the trade house, there is a store guard named Hriskar Flatfoot. I hate this man. He openly admits to having gambling debts and needs help repaying. He asks you to target Fargoth and find the Bosmer's secret hiding place for his cash. Apparently, Fargoth spends a lot of time wandering around town at night, and the Nord suspects he might be squirreling away a few dollars. He also openly admits to going through Fargoth's house looking for his money. Damn you, dirty Nord. So you can head up to the lighthouse to wait for dark, scouting out for anything suspicious. And just past 10 p.m., the tiptoe and creeped sneaking Fargoth appears. Could that be it? The hiding place? This poor son of a gun is hiding his money in a tree stump surrounded by sewage in his own town because he's being bullied so hard. This is how you create a supervillain right here, man. So if you go and check out the hiding spot, you're going to find $300, a lockpick, and of course, his prized ring if you returned it. Now you can either take everything here for yourself and just leave, or return the loot to the Nord and he'll let you keep 100 gold. Plus, it is even revealed by the Nord that he's the one who stole Fargoth's ring and threw it in the barrel. On top of this, it seems that the guards are shaking down multiple people here in town, not just Fargoth, for protection, as he puts it. I mean, this is obviously a super minor quest. It has no implications on the larger events of the game, and it's truly like an extended tutorial. But this brings me to another key aspect of Fargoth's staying power amongst fans. Did you know that over 76% of gamers suffer every day from the affliction known as rerollitis? This is considered a common yet serious condition, resulting in constantly restarting games to fine-tune stats, skills, and even hair options. If you or anyone you know is suffering from this disease, please call the number on the screen to reach a support hotline. But in all seriousness, for anyone watching who loves this game, how many times have you started a fresh save? You don't know, right? It's addicting. The possibilities are endless, watching the opening cutscene and imagining what will define your playthrough. And regardless of what you pick, how your character looks, Fargoth will be whispering sweet nothings to you soon enough. But at the beginning of this video, I talked about people hating Fargoth. So you may wonder, how? How could you hate this pathetic nasally mer? Well, back when the game was still relatively new, hating on Fargoth was sort of an inside joke on the official Bethesda forums. I think this stemmed from both the rerollitis issue of people just getting tired of the quest, combined with him being a Bosmer. The Bosmer in many ways are a running gag themselves in Morrowind. They have this hilarious voice, they're short and annoying, and rarely, if ever, are they in a position to look remotely cool. It was a natural progression for people to kind of want to join in with the other NPCs in Seyda Neen and pick on Fargoth a little bit. Another key piece of the resentment puzzle is that it feels good to find this ring in the beginning of the game, and a healing ring too. Ooh, I can't wait to use this thing. And then this little pathetic guy is asking for it back. You haven't even taken 10 steps. Now, a couple small noteworthy things that I find funny or interesting. Fargoth, of course, does own a home in town, but he never goes inside of it. The door is locked and no key exists. But if you can get in there, Fargoth has some goofy stuff, like a stash of alcohol and the book I'm My Own Grandpa. Being a Bosmer, Fargoth has his racial ability to resist disease, though not insults, knows 0 spells, and has exactly 41 HP. And actually moving forward in time to the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion in the Shivering Isles expansion, there was a plan to add in Fargoth's stupid ring as findable loot with the name Heirloom Ring. But this was scrapped at some point late in development. But I think it's funny that the developers were well aware of Fargoth's impact with the fan base. Ultimately, love him or hate him, this is one of the faces of Morrowind for millions and millions of people. Doesn't matter if you ignore him, kill him, help him, or love him. Just know that Fargoth is always there for you. This wraps up this entry of the NPCpedia. Thanks everyone for watching until the end. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate all of your suggestions. Shout out to all my patrons listed on the screen, and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, peace.
You don't deserve to live. Run while you can!